So here we are, we've finally reached the end of the series. So in this episode we're gonna take in a little bit of mini golf. We give you an overview of the holiday, and it's also time to head home. So we're still in Puerto Rico. We're going to leave the island, take the bus back to Las Palmas Airport before catching our flight back to Newcastle in the UK. So just like in Kalamaki, we're gonna play mini golf because it's our second last day today and it's come over a bit cloudy. So in Kalamaki we had the Kalamaki Classic.
I need to redeem myself.
We've got the Puerto Rico Open today. So yes, let's see if Jackie can beat us this time. I'm doubting that you will. But we'll see.
I think I'll win this.
We'll see. Right, let's go in and have a look around. It's €5 each to play.
€4.
Eh?
€4.
That's fine. There's 5 on the thing. And it's 3 for a kid, so you didn't get any of that right. So yeah, it's €5 for an adult and €3 for a kid. Prices are just at the door here, so let's go in. So hole number 1, it's pretty straightforward, Jackie. At least you got somewhere you kind of cheat this time, look. Jackie can't cheat this time. So here we are, the start of the Puerto Rico Open.
Okay, dokie.
Longer stick.
Yeah. See the skills. Oh dear God. You little smug face.
Second shot for Jackie on the first. Nice little man for you there.
Oh yeah. Okay. Solid par 2. Oh no.
3-3. So hole 2, this is a par 2. Oh, it's a 2 as well. Right up there. Oof, close. That just stopped dead. Don't make a bounce back. It's a 2.
Right. And Jamie needs to get this in to
Pressure's on.
equal. Yay! Ooh, for me.
So we've got a par 4, hole 3. This one looks a bit tricky.
I'll start this one then?
Yeah, because what level you started, so.
It did not work out to plan. So Jamie can negotiate. Oh dear. That is not.
Shit. Tell me to read balls up.
Oh, I'm not doing so good
second.
at this one.
I'm now on my 4th shot because I went off the fairway. Not hard enough.
And down the hill. At least it hasn't come back over the bridge.
How are we
What am I
gonna
going
do
to do
this?
here?
Hit and hope. Yeah, that's pretty much about it.
3. Well, that's a good shot. Oh dear, not hard enough. Oh no. Oh dear, so confident. Oh,
Oh!
not so full on bleeding or anything there. Since I've helped Jamie. 2,
3,
3,
4, 5. It's your 5th, isn't it? Winning. So it's the last hole of the Puerto Rico Open, and I think I might be winning. Although you pulled a few shots back, so I don't know.
No, I think I'm still winning.
Go.
What happened to me up there? I did it in a board.
Could be close. Let's go and total the scores. The scores are in, and I won. Again. Reigning champion in Spain and Greece. That's Neptune Golf, Puerto Rico. It's just across the road from the shopping centre, the Puerto Rico shopping centre. That's a canny little course. We've got round probably in about 45 minutes or so. There's quite a few people there. And it was a big group, so it held up a little bit, but it was good. So it's worth a little visit. Not bad for €5. Just fills a little bit of time in if you've got a cloudy day. Somewhere to bring the kids as well. But I recommend that. So as our time on the island came to a close, we spent a little bit of time swimming around in the pool, enjoyed our last night, went down to Franz near the beach, which we reviewed in my last video, and we also took some time out to give you a holiday overview. Right, well there's another trip coming to a close, so we're going to give a bit of a summary about this holiday. It's about the accommodation, the resort, and then some of our holiday highlights. First thing we're going to talk about is the accommodation. First thing is the bedroom. The mattresses have been really comfortable. Single beds, but it's been a really comfortable sleep. Some of the drink might be something to do with that. The beds themselves have been really comfortable. The pillows have been really comfortable. I've only need one pillow. I'm sure they're memory foam pillows, so they've been really good. I've had some sound sleeps when I've been here, but again, it could just be with the drink or whatever. The room's got a bit of space. There's been plenty of storage in the room, plenty of coat hangers, loads of little slots in the cupboards to put your cases, whatever. So really happy with the bedrooms. If we move into the kitchen, plenty of inventory in there. Loads of plates, bowls, cups, glasses, pans. We've had about 3 or 4 different kinds of pans. There's a frying pan.
Everything looks like brand new as well.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got to complain about the kitchen. The cooker itself sometimes is a little bit sensitive, so when you're cooking stuff, if something goes over the power buttons, sometimes locks and switches off, or it switches up or switches down, doesn't it? It's just a little niggle. It's quite modern, so the cooker's quite good. The aircon is free, so that's been a godsend because it's been absolutely roasting when we've been here. So that every night when you come back, you come in and it's on a bit of a climb, the apartments themselves. It's not a massive climb, but I would say the climb we've got to do is the steepest part. You keep going up the hill from here, and there's a couple of other little bits up the top there. There's a supermarket just up the street, which is maybe only about 4 or 5 minute walk. It's well stocked, so you can get your bread, your beer, your water, just anything you need really. It's quite handy, it's not too far. So it's a really good location as well. You're pretty close to everything. The beach is about a 10-minute walk. Commercial centre's about a 10-minute walk. There's not many bars and restaurants kind of in this area, although we haven't really explored around here that much. There's a couple of little bars maybe up on the hill, but other than that, there's not loads around where we're staying, but everything's within easy reach. So the pool area, it's quite small. The pool's small, you can't get many sunbeds around there. The time we've been here, we've pretty much been on the balcony, which has actually been quite nice because we've got everything in the apartment that we need. There's no kind of bar facility or anything on the apartments. We've had quite a few afternoons where I've just sat on the balcony. There's sunbeds on the balcony because there's only, yeah, it has been, and there's only been, I would say 3 or 4 sunbeds around the pool that are in the sun most of the time.
Yeah, because maybe sun comes on here, there's only like 2. I think there's only maybe 1.
I think there's about 6 or 7 sunbeds.
But then you're right next to like people's apartments as well, so it's a bit like
close proximity of it. Sometimes feel a little bit like.
But if you want to go in the pool, you could go down.
Well, you probably be right, which is fine. But again, because you've got the aircon, then it's pretty much perfect. Really, you can just walk back in the apartment and get cold. So other than that, you can go to the beach, which is what 10 minutes away, so it's no problem. So the owner, Carmelo, we've only seen him 2 or 3 times. Obviously, the day we arrived. And he spent about 15-20 minutes with we're talking about what to see on the island. I mean, we'd obviously done a bit of research before we come here, but he gave us a map and he pointed out loads of places to go, told where free parking was, which we didn't use in the end. We totally forgot, yeah. And we forgot the map the day we took it. It was really helpful, like, you know, if you come and you've got no knowledge of the island, he'll give you a load of information. He circles everything on the map, places to go, places to see. So if you hire a car, then Carmelo's a great guy. He usually gives you his number as well. So the resort itself, Puerto Rico, first thing we'll mention is the nightlife. So you're literally 10 minutes away from all the nightlife. There's one big commercial centre which is called Shopping Centre, Puerto Rico. There's loads of cheap drinks on offer. We used to drink in 69 bar extremes. So 69 bar you'll be paying €1.40 pint. And €1.50 in extremes, but there's loads of other bars in there that are charging $1.50 for local beer. So it's all your Tropical, your Dorado, San Miguel and some places.
Yeah, I'll try a Tropical because it's really nice.
It is, yeah, and it looks
nice.
like our dog, the dog in it. Tigger, looks like Tigger, so we call it Tigger beer. Yeah. Definitely visit those places. The staff in extremes are lovely. But I don't know, I found them a little bit.
Yeah, they're not quite as. They were canny, but
they were okay, but
like
just not quite as friendly. Yeah, it was extremes. They take the time to come and speak to you. Did go to a few other bars. There was Sunspot, went to the pub.
Sunspot
Shamrock.
seems to be a popular
Yeah, well the pub is as well.
Pub is.
Shamrock Bar is a popular place. We've got live entertainment on there, I think, every night. Went to Tiffany's last night. It was really, really cheap in there.
That's really cheap as well. I think it was
$3.50 for a short and a mixer. And that's the cheapest because I think nearly everywhere else charges €6. So we're paying
just
€12 for two. Well,
yeah.
Exactly. So in Tiffany's, we only found that last night, which was our last proper night. If you want your shots, get sick of drinking beer like we do sometimes, go to Tiffany's. It's really, really cheap. Tried Riders Plaza, motorcycle bar.
Yeah, motorcycle bar was quite.
That was okay. Riders, I don't know,
We went on late as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was quite expensive in there as well.
Younger and stuff as well. It's a bit more.
Tried Piccadilly last night.
Piccadilly, yeah. I
Seemed
think they
okay
have like a quiz on.
Yeah.
They had a quiz on.
Only thing I would say about commercial centre is that probably get a bit of hassle from the restaurants.
Yeah.
Like people coming out, which you probably kind of expect in some place. It used to be a problem when we've been in Greece in the past, but Greece has kind of eased off a bit, whereas now it seems to be.
Or they'll just say like, do you want to come in? Like, they wouldn't be like, oh, come in, look at the menu, like bring your menu out and stuff. It's a little bit more in your face, or you kind of feel a little bit like, it kind of puts you off wanting to go into the restaurant, even if you probably wanted to go in, maybe. Because
you get that, it's like every night as well, you go past and then like, oh, you said you were coming in today. Although we never said we're going in tomorrow, it was just like, we'll come in at some point. It is what it is. So the beach in Puerto Rico itself, it's quite a nice little beach actually. It's quite compact. It's very small, but it's all you need. The sea's actually really calm, it's really clear. There's plenty of sunbeds on offer, but there's plenty of places to sit. If you just want to take a towel and you don't want to hire a sunbed. But to be fair, the sunbeds aren't actually that expensive, I don't think, down the beach.
It's
€4? Yeah.
Everything seems to be about the same sort of price, isn't it? Which is good.
So they're not massively expensive, to be fair, but I don't know, I just like to lie on the actual beach itself. We're not massive beach goers, it's just nice to have the option. Like, if the sunbeds are cheap, then we might lie on a sunbed, you get the umbrella. If you've like burnt or whatever through the day, then...
I think if you're going to be there like all day as well, or like majority of the day, then it's probably worth getting me sunbed. But if you're just there for a few hours or whatever, then...
And there's a few places on the beach as well, like you can go and get a drink. There's a few places for snacks. There's a lovely row of restaurants. We've just been to France tonight. There's about 5 or 6 restaurants, which all look really nice. We never really got to try many of them. We tried Franz, but Franz was tremendous tonight. It's probably the best meal we've had. And then just along from there, you've got in the port, there's Waikiki Bar and Charlie's and Friends, which we've been in tonight for a wine before we come home. It's nice and relaxed in there, so it's really good.
It is more relaxed down that bit.
Yeah, it's
once you get to the commercial centre, you're just like, it's nice to have a nice night.
It's
like
a complete contrast, isn't it, to the commercial centre? So
everything's nice as well. The wine was nice, the food was nice.
It's a bit of a classier area, I would say, than the commercial centre.
But roughly about the same prices for food-wise. The prices were the same as what was in the commercial centre. I don't know about the other 2 bars, but
have a look if you go. And it's nice just to sit there in front of the sea at night time. Total change of scenery at the commercial centres. Most people go to the commercial centre and maybe overlook that kind of area, which we pretty much have. We said on the last night we're going to have a meal down there, so we made a point of going because we knew it would be nice down there. But the food was great, so it's definitely worth a look. Okay, so the highlights of the holiday. There's been quite a few because we've had some brilliant days out. We've had some amazing trips. We've done quite a bit in 11 days, to be fair. The first one we'll mention, we're going to do a video on our top 5, so these are not necessarily in order, and these are just a couple of things, so you know they might not be included in the top 5. But the first one I'm going to mention is the market in Tyrol, which is really good. So if you hire a car, get yourself up there on a Sunday. Runs from 8 till 3 in the afternoon, I believe. And it's just a local produce market. We did go to the market in Morgan last Friday, but I preferred the one in Tyrol because it was more local. I didn't really see many tourists there. It seemed to be more local people, Spanish people there.
It's very busy though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, definitely get there early. Because the market in Morgan was just full on. It was full on, and it was so hot, and there was a lot of pushing and shoving. There was a lot of people chasing you down the street when you looked at stuff. The town of Morgan itself was lovely. and it would actually be nice to go there when the market's not on, just to see what it's like as a town. So personally, I mean, everybody's got their own views, but if we were going to go back, I think we'd go back when the market wasn't on. But I mean, if you want to go for souvenirs and stuff, it's worth doing. There's a lovely beach there as well, so you could take your towel, you could spend the day there. Along the beach there's a load of restaurants and bars as well, so it's definitely worth a look. Pretty little town, really nice.
And ferries, I think the last ferry's 6:15
something
back
like that,
to
yeah.
Puerto Rico, if you're still in Puerto
And they start
Rico,
quite
yeah.
early as well.
They start early. I don't know what time they start.
I'm sure it's about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, maybe. It could be even sooner, I could be wrong. Obviously the dolphin trip, to me, was fantastic. Loved the dolphin trip. Just seeing the dolphins in their natural habitat. To be fair, I mean, you can probably do a dolphin trip anywhere, like Jackie said to me last night, but it was just amazing, absolutely amazing. It's something I've always wanted to see, dolphins in that just that natural habitat. But seeing them swim under the boat and jumping up, and we even seen like a tiny little baby dolphin.
Baby one.
There was just loads of them. It was playing with the ball on the end of the boat.
It was like weaving around.
It's fantastic, so that's definitely worth doing. I would recommend that. Definitely hire a car. That's one thing I would say, is when you're here, don't just stay in the resort, hire a car. We've seen some unbelievable stuff in the last 2 days. We hired a car on the Sunday and the Monday, but obviously we went to the market in Terror, we went to Las Palmas, and went to Maspalomas, and then the next day was even better. Went up into the mountains and we saw Roque Nublo, went to Mirador de Balcón, and then went to Veneguera, and obviously seen the Cape Man down at the beach, which was something completely quirky and unique. But you've just got to do it. Just go in the mountains and drive around. Like, you just get lost in the mountains, because
I mean, up pretty much, didn't we?
yeah, I mean, it just felt like we're driving forever into nowhere, and you've really got to go around the corners at about 10 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, Jimmy did very well.
It was just so tiring, but
pretty heavy.
So worth it. So worth it.
Oh, it was just, it's worth it just for the driving around the roads, isn't it?
You could drive around all day and just, it's taking everything in. It's absolutely amazing. So that to me is just one of the best things you could do. Like, and I would just encourage people not just stay in the resort, go out there and see stuff.
Definitely.
Because the island has got so much to offer, other than just kind of sitting in a bar or sit around the pool all day, sit at the beach. People have got different ideas of holidays, which is fair enough. People come away too relaxed. We've done it in the past. I've just sat around for 2 weeks, and it's lovely to do that. I just, now I'm getting older, feel like you've got to see where you are, and that was just absolutely fantastic. It was amazing.
Can you do a coach trip up to the...
I wouldn't want to go on a coach up there.
We did see a coach though, so if you don't drive, then I think they do coach trips as well.
I think there's actually a bus that runs up there, a service bus.
I was going to say, we've seen a bus, I don't know if it's a coach trip or a service bus, but so like, you could definitely still like go even if you don't drive it like that.
But if you're driving a car and you see a bus on a corner,
panic.
Yeah. But it's honestly, when you get in the mountains, it's so peaceful. There's loads of places to stop on the way up, taking the scenery, it's unbelievable. And the last place we'll point out is Amadores Beach. So you can walk there from Puerto Rico, obviously it depends on your mobility, but it takes about, from the harbour, it's about 25 minutes, 25 minutes. Again, it depends on your physical fitness and all that kind of thing, but it took us about 25 minutes to walk along. We stopped a few places on the way, but it's a lovely walkway along.
Well, we'll stop to take pictures and stuff.
We'll stop to take pictures.
Stop and...
The sunset along there is absolutely amazing, and again, thanks Roche for suggesting that, because if you get a lovely clear evening, you can see Mount Verde and the sunsets beside it, and the colour of the sky just kept changing the whole time there.
Yeah, that was...
And not only that, you've got a few restaurants. In fact, there's not only a few restaurants, I'm sure there's 77 different units there.
Yeah, it's like 2 little caves.
So there's loads to do there. So if you're on the beach, there's plenty of places. You're stuck for choice for drinks. There's supermarkets, there's restaurants, anything you want really. There's everything on the beach there, and it's a beautiful beach. The colour of the sea is amazing. The only thing was the sand was a bit grittier on one side than it was on another, so we called it the council estate side, and then there's the posh end. which is towards the beach club. And the beach club actually looks pretty good, but again, you've got to pay to get in there. There's different
Although
prices.
it's not as expensive as the one in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, because a lot of them you've got to pay to get in.
I think they said in one of our previous videos.
It would have been the Puerto Rico video. And then you've got to pay, it's like €40 consumption. So it'll be...
That's in the Puerto Rico one, not the...
That's it anyway, those are kind of our highlights. Say we're going to do a video on our top 5 places we visited when we've been here. That'll be the next video after this. This will be the last video of the series, so that'll be kind of like a bonus feature. But I hope you've enjoyed seeing us around Gran Canaria. We've had a great time. It's a beautiful island, and honestly we can really recommend it. When we booked it, we weren't too sure. Well, I wasn't too sure, because we're kind of used to going to Greece a lot. I have been to Gran Canaria before, but it's actually surpassed expectation completely. We met some lovely people, so Kenny and Shelley as well. That's what I mentioned there. So there you go, Kenny and Shelley. Met Darren and Ray from Manchester. They were a lovely couple of guys. And there's been loads of other people we spoke to, so...
Yeah, everybody's like very friendly.
Yeah, it's been really good. So we met lots of people, spoke lots of people. The people in the bars and restaurants are lovely. So if you come to Puerto Rico, you'll have a fantastic time.
I think there's something for everybody.
Definitely.
Definitely something for everybody. Yeah.
There's some for
Whatever
older
you have
people.
to use, yeah.
There's do bingo in the restaurants.
Bingo, yeah. If you like
the
bingo,
bars.
is it Sunspot do bingo?
Sunspot do bingo. Penny loves the bingo and Sunspot.
Yeah. Sunspot's huge as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's got like 4 buildings pretty
yeah,
much.
so it's like an L shape, isn't it? Or like dotted across. Yeah. Get there early though, otherwise you won't
Yeah, you
get a
kind of
seat.
get seats.
And it's really hot. So you want to sit outside, and most of the seats are normally inside, and it's stifling.
But anyway, that's it. So we're going to catch a bus back in the morning. So we'll show you how we get to the airport from Puerto Rico. Show you how much it costs. Same way we got here from the airport to here. I think it's something like €10.80 or whatever. But we'll show you where to get it from and show you the process of getting through there. So we'll see you in the morning. Be on the opposite side of the Angry Birds activity park. Just told to stand here, so it's a 91 bus from here. I think it turns up at 8. I think it's 8:36, so it's like every kind of half hour in the morning. Well, every half of the hour, every hour. So it's about 36 minutes past every hour. I'm sure there's another one in the morning that's about, when I looked at the timetables last night, sure it was on about 9:05 as well, so there might be more run in the morning and then ease off a bit in the afternoon. If you're getting the bus, this is where to stand. Good old Ryanair, never let you down. 45 minutes queuing, organised chaos basically. Queues just going off everywhere, calling different queues to different areas, just absolute mayhem. So it's just as well we got the bus we did, because we probably wouldn't have made our bloody flight. Never mind, just get through security. Like all we've done is wait in queues. Security was a bit of a shambles. So we've come to Burger King, you're looking at €22.30. So obviously you pay these prices in the airport. We didn't get time to make anything, or because usually we bring salmon. We're in a rush this morning, so we've had to eat here. Just ready to board now, so we're going to end this one off now. So that's the end of yet another series. If you've enjoyed it, drop a subscribe, like the videos if you like them, leave your comments, and hopefully we'll see you soon for another one. Bye.